It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's all up next.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? That team will win the game.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Bringing them out, a guy who's top 30 all-time in yards and touchdowns. Not bad for a fourth-round pick back in 2012. Captain Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a fourth draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Cousins looking to put it up right away. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. First play, here's Cousins. Into the hands of London. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Play action now. Cousins. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Cousins now from the 50. And that is incomplete here.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And he was able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here is 3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
And I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Able to avoid him at the 40. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Hurts. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. Dances by him. But he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The whistles and a stoppage here. It looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This from 32 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. A first down throw for Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Come on, you serious?
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
3rd down and 13. Throwing, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Barkley, inside handoff. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st down, Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Running game's played a huge part of getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. To the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing is Cousins. His throw incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Was sacked there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. It's taken to the 26. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Cousins throw into the hands of Pitts here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins now. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like old school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and it just locked people down.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hurts fumbles it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Cousins to throw it. That is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Over the middle, caught by London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 20-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
It's been nothing but field goals for this offense so far, and I think this time they've said to themselves, let's put an end to that and put one in the end zone. Nice job there to pick up the conversion on 3rd down and keep this drive moving.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Hassan Reddick charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play fake, Cousins. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. A tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
On first down, Hurts. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing is Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, a heck of a move. He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 22.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Barkley again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer, because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on, because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Robinson with another carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Hurts. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. David Onyemata in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Cousins. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. On third down, Cousins. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
98 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there and an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. David Onyemata able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely 3rd down pass.
That's to his running back, Gainwell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
And here now come the Falcons. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Off the play fake, Cousins. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Cousins. Over the middle, caught by London. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete. After Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Able to avoid him. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll set up a throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, 49 yards. And the Eagles have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick. And we've seen nowadays, those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention, they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Falcons ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Cousins to throw it. That's complete to the tight end Warner. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. And now another one thrown incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Throwing, Cousins. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Being chased out left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Running left, it's Barkley. Oh, good move. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Give them 32 on the play.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He dumps it off to Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles! Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Cousins. Into the hands of London. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here now, 2nd and 4. Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. That is caught. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Option play. Here's Robinson. Oh, look at the juke. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney from 8 yards out. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. That 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man. It's Gainwell. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go to Barkley again. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Eagles are going to have a first down. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Hurts, and that is going to be that.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.